Okay, before we get started, I just wanted to make sure everyone is aware that John Swan's analytical critique of Suzy Lu has been taken down with a community guideline strike for cyberbullying and harassment. This is the video you've either seen from his own channel, where it accumulated over 80,000 views. If not, you've likely seen it on a variety of other channels like The Quartering, John Scarce, or Optimus, who use parts of it in their own respective content. There is a good chance that this video will also be removed, as well as my other two videos covering Suzy Lu, which could accumulate to 1 to 3 strikes on my own YouTube channel. I personally believe this situation is bigger than myself and bigger than my own channel. For that reason, I'm going to continue uncensored. In a case where this hypothetical becomes reality, please look to my Twitter at Nicholas DeOrio to find where these videos can still be viewed during the appeal process. Thank you.
Suzy Lu is a reaction YouTuber with over 370,000 subscribers. As a self-professed businesswoman and control freak, she entertains her fan base of mostly older men by reacting to various animes such as Naruto and My Hero Academia. On the surface, her content is nothing to be too fussed about. Sure, it's lazy, uninspiring, and you wouldn't catch me watching it. But behind that—
Can we stop talking about this? Like, this creeps me out.
On YouTube, controversy is inevitable. It doesn't matter how big or small your audience is. It doesn't matter what genre you may cover, and it certainly doesn't matter what your previous history has been. There comes a time where every YouTuber will find themselves in some sort of a YouTube drama. Sometimes it's bullshit, sometimes it's slander, sometimes it's an honest mistake, and sometimes you deserved it. Bottom line is that self-regulation existed on YouTube long before people started throwing around children's advertising laws and regulation. On a website like YouTube that cultivates what feels like a daily popularity contest on a skewed playing field, it's not uncommon for people to backstab each other, make uneducated claims about a serious subject, try to cheat the system, break the occasional law, butcher the occasional product launch, and maybe even host a disastrous convention. Obviously, these various issues have different degrees of severity, but the bottom line is everyone makes mistakes, and unless you've committed a literal crime, let's be honest here, you'll more than likely walk away from a controversy with your career intact, despite whatever considerable hit you took during the drama. Despite what some may say, this system is good, and when someone does something morally gray, it's awesome that we can have an avenue to talk about these issues that can make a difference and hopefully help the people who have been wronged by whatever e-celebrity fucked up this week. Creators like Suzy Lu are a threat to this concept. YouTubers who abuse built-in support systems to silence creators who are critical of them are the worst of the worst. Public figures who can't take jokes and go through the same avenues to silence satire are just as bad. The idea of being able to criticize a public figure exists through nearly every form of media publication, be it TV, newspapers, and digital media like articles and blogs. Back in January, I made a video discussing how Suzy Lu had been making approximately $10,000 a month from stealing from Tokyo TV by posting uncut anime episodes onto her Patreon in which she reacted to. She had also been terminated for her edited down content on YouTube, which does not fit the definition of fair use at all, but was reinstated approximately 48 hours later by her YouTube representative. Instead of taking this criticism and maybe pivoting her content, Suzy elected to create a separate website to dodge YouTube's copyright tools and safe harbor. She then posted her stolen content on her own platform. This is unironically one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. It will likely get her in legal hot water that she won't be able to get herself out of. An amazing video by John Swan covers it really well. Unfortunately, this video was removed due to the fucking community guidelines. This is why we're even talking about this today. Suzy Lu has been taking advantage of the global health crisis surrounding the coronavirus to have videos that are critical of her removed from YouTube. In YouTube's own statement here, they say creators will see an increase in video removals that may or may not violate policies, and there is also a massive delay in appeals. Since this statement has come out, 5 significant videos have been taken down in total that I'm aware of. She has a history of filing false flags to YouTube previously in an attempt to censor creators, even going as far to flag one creator named GG Reloaded for harmful and dangerous acts, which translates to physical violence. So she is so thin-skinned, she has done anything in her power to have content that highlights her missteps removed from the website in the past. The first of the community guideline strikes was on John Swan's second channel. To be clear, it came on March 30th. created to determine the size of Suzy's forehead. Similar videos exist on Jack's Films and have accumulated hundreds of thousands of views on channels like Meme Insider. The fact that basic satire can now be considered cyberbullying and harassment is honestly a joke and incredibly dangerous to comedy on the website. That being said, this was by far the biggest offender. The part that makes this video's removal so ridiculous isn't the fact that it came down, it's the fact that Suzy was aware it was coming down and gloated on Twitter 20 hours before John was notified that the video had been taken down. She clearly got out ahead of this, and she clearly knows something we do not, but we'll get into that soon.
Hello, YouTube. I'm tagging as many YouTube people as I know just to get attention to this situation because it's pretty important. Recently, I've been aware of a situation where one of your employees might be compromised and might be making a big mistake. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna tell you what's going on.
Following the initial community guideline strike, just 3 days later, 3 more videos would go down on Tipster's channel. These were essentially podcast highlights, and the fact that they were removed for harassment is frankly unbelievable. Is it not interesting that she only flagged 3 of them? The number of strikes one would assume it would take to take down a channel? Well, YouTube combined those 3 flags into a single strike, and after reviews, John's video and 2 of Tipster's videos remained down. One of Tipster's videos was reinstated, however it was age restricted. In just 4 days, suddenly 4 videos went down that were all critical of Suzy Liu. It's kind of ironic that we're just 1 year past when she filed a false DMCA copyright strike on a YouTuber named Mark After Dark and was left with a slap on the wrist. She also falsely flagged 3 videos by GG Reloaded that I mentioned earlier, and she recently admitted that she lied to our faces last year when she refused to show the rest of her flag history, as she confirms to have flagged Tipster as well. The video of Tipster that went down last year was his conversation with a lawyer regarding the legality of copyright abuse. Nothing inside of it would remotely classify as breaking community guidelines. Fast forward another 7 days, and now John Swan's documentary explaining all of these things to you in a well-edited masterpiece has also found itself removed for violating YouTube's policy on, you guessed it, cyberbullying and harassment. This woman is so thin-skinned that she will silence any form of criticism that she can abuse through her tools and her channel manager at YouTube, which sounds to me like a Twitch mod that defected into the YouTube team, if you know what I mean.
So because you have this YouTube creator reacting to full-length animes, which is probably not under fair use, and then other YouTubers are criticizing her and she's filing copyright strikes, this hypocrisy is going to make people want to make videos and talk about the situation. And that's exactly what happened. Now, many YouTubers in the commentary community, which is a very important community, that's what makes us a community, because they're talking about what's going on in the YouTube community. They're making videos talking about her being hypocritical, and now she has a YouTube contact that is flagging these videos and taking down this criticism flagged as harassment and bullying, which has now caused this whole commentary community to now make even more videos because of the injustice. But
don't just take my word for it, take hers. On April 5th, she confirms that she reports videos that she does not like, and YouTube removes them on whether they violate the community guidelines. It's really weird timing that the videos started coming down after a year during this global pandemic where, I don't know, family members are dying to diseases. Yeah, right, now is the time that the videos start coming down after YouTube mentioned that they are understaffed at this time. She mentions in her plain text that she has reported many videos. She also states that the reason she flags videos isn't because she feels harassed or bullied, she flags them because she's unhappy with them. Clearly this is a case of a woman who's got it all together. When someone tried to help her and commented that it's nearly impossible that YouTube would deem her so important that they would just take down videos because she reported them, Suzy took it as a slight and admitted to everyone that she has a partner manager who she's sending these videos to, and that's exactly what's happening here.
I'm being spammed non-stop to make a video on this. And this is just getting bigger and bigger to the point that we're gonna see PewDiePie talking about this. I believe that somebody at YouTube is being manipulated by Suzy Liu and taking down these videos because, like, they don't fall under bullying. Some may, but the ones that I've seen being taken down where they're interviewing a lawyer and to figure out if Suzy Liu is breaking copyright law or not, how is that bullying and harassment? YouTube is going to look really, really bad if you guys don't do something about this Suzy Lu situation, because this is a huge abuse of power. Either someone at YouTube is a fan of this girl and is like breaking the rules to shut down criticism, or someone at YouTube is being manipulated and thinks they're doing the right thing when really they're doing the wrong thing. Regardless, Suzy Lu isn't going to be the one with egg on her face. It's going to be YouTube.
It's clear this woman is getting special treatment, and here she is confirming that a YouTube employee is complicit in these false takedowns through report abuse. She also went on to say on April 5th that if more content comes down, you should take it as a learning experience and take accountability. Besides this being a load of condescending bullshit, it implies that she has no plans to stop flagging videos 4 days before John Swan's video was eventually removed for the exact same thing. In this tweet, she says that people shouldn't be worried about false flagging if their content doesn't violate community guidelines. Wrong. People should be very worried when there's a YouTube partner manager aiding in your cover-up spree. Shortly after John's video went down, Suzy argued with a fan and seemingly admitted to being the one who reported his newest video talking about all of this. Her defense for herself was to stop blaming her because YouTube were the ones that deemed the content to be harassment. This is completely dodging the question to whether she herself filed the false flag or contacted her YouTube partner. At the end of the day, what we have here is a woman who simply can't take any form of negativity. She dismisses any critique as a hate video. She abuses YouTube's tools to silence criticism of her brand, and she also threatened the quartering, which was really funny because that's probably the stupidest thing she could have done. If I could leave off on one statement, it's that I think people who do this need to be disciplined by YouTube. People who abuse a shortened staff at YouTube during a global pandemic are shit-tier people. Her YouTube contact needs to absolutely be investigated as well. This woman is trying to rally creators to take a stand on criticism so they can get away with their degenerate bullshit. If this becomes normalized, people like I'm Alex could theoretically have removed the videos that vindicated Slazo. People like Tati Westbrook would be able to silence creators like James Charles. But the people this shit really hurts is the little guy. It creates an avenue for massive YouTubers to crush smaller channels who discover something worthy of being talked about. Don't let this distract you from the fact that Suzy Lu is planning to start peddling more uncut episodes of stolen anime content again on her website, despite the many DMCA claims that have been sent to her after she was making a minimum of $10,000 a month on Patreon in the month of January. Nothing would make me happier than seeing TV Tokyo getting her to pay what she fucking owes.
Right. I don't. Right.